Welcome to another video. I'm Kylesmithplayz. I'm so glad to be back. I know I've not been recording videos for like a month, but I'm finally going to be covering SimCity Build It again. I've actually finally found some time, so I am really appreciate you joining me today. And today we're going to talk about the new Vineyards limited time event, which for a lot of people, the people that might have different opinions, but to be honest, there's not too much good about this event. These are some of the rewards. Simoleons, llama speed up tokens. Then you get to the first specialization, and this is small vineyards. And this is, vineyards, of course, is where you grow wine, and this is going to allow people to grow these vineyards. And there's also going to be large vineyards as well. We'll get to that in a little bit. But this is going to allow people to grow vineyards, which are very characteristic of Paris in a lot of cases, because Paris is a big place for growing wine. So it really goes kind of like a rural Parisian kind of theme a little bit, kind of like if you build a Paris with the Eiffel Tower and then you build vineyards in the back. It really gives that French feel, especially with these vineyards. I think it's really good. It's kind of going with the farm aspect of SimCity Build It. SimCity Build It for really the past month has not become SimCity Build It. I kind of like to call it Sim Farm Build It, because now it's a game that is heavily emphasizing the rural aspect of city building games. You see all the farms that they keep giving us in the Mayor's Pass. So the vineyards really go with that. They can give this rural aspect of your city, just like all these farms were doing. But let's get to that boost. 2% boost. That's sad. I mean, I'd rather have a 0% boost. A 2% boost is not going to do anything, honestly. And I know a lot of people don't go for the boost, especially when it comes to landscape specializations. Vineyards like this, of course, have more of an aesthetic appeal than a population boost. But at the same time, I mean, you could have done better than 2%. I mean, there's no point for a population boost. Although aesthetically it is beautiful. Aesthetically it is extravagant. But they still could have done better. 5 golden keys. I like that that's early. That doesn't take too much effort to get. Then you got to get mountain items, and then you get 5 each, which is a lot. They used to give you like 3 each. I mean, that's a lot of mountain items. That'll be able to allow people to easily expand their mountain area, and I really appreciate that because, well, these items, of course, because of, I've said this many times, inconsistent thought bubbles, it's really very hard to get these items in a lot of cases. So when they give us them in events, we have a strategic way to actually obtain these items, and obtain a lot of them in this case. VU items, that's not going to be bad as well. Regional simoleons, they're going to give you 1,000. I like that. I've seen SimCity Build It trying harder. I'm not saying that they're addressing all the complaints of the players. Of course, if you've been following my Twitter page, if you've been listening to my reactions of YouTube on YouTube, you know that SimCity Build It has a lot of complainers, me, myself included, but also a lot of my followers too who play this game. They know that the game needs a lot of changes, and I frankly agree with them in a lot of these cases. So I think SimCity Build It has understood this, and they're not making the major changes that they need right now, but there has been progress, especially in the last month. There's no doubt about that. And I'll get to that where they made event tracks easier. There's more ways to get points, which I'll get to in end of this video, but you could see 1,000 regional simoleons. They used to give you 500, so they're improving the currency rates, which of course can appease players and make the game a little easier, because if you ask a lot of people, this game is too time consuming, too hard. Matter of fact, let me be frank here, reason why I don't shoot a video in a month is because really haven't had the energy to spend my time covering this game, but I'm kind of excited to be covering it again. I know I took a temporary break just because some progress is actually being made, and I really think the developers are starting to realize that this game has, no offense, but this game is the most toxic community, and I myself am included in that community, because this game really complains of developers like constantly. So they actually are starting to improve events, and I like that. Free platinum keys. That's good. 30 sim cash, that's good. These currencies, of course, are very hard to get, so when they give us a chance to get it in an event track, that, of course, makes the game easier, and that can help us a lot. Now, here's the grand prize of this vineyard event, and these are the large vineyards, and you can combine these with the small vineyards to create these epic vineyard masterpieces. Again, as I said, kind of this rural Parisian theme. Now, as a landscape specialization, it's not going to have a big boost, only 8%. First off, what grand prize is an 8% boost? They could have added these vineyards, but they put these as an 8% boost. 8%. They should have had a grand prize that was at least a larger boost. To my knowledge, it's one of the lowest boosts we've ever had for a grand prize in an event track. So that's a little disappointing, and there's not much of a motivation to get vineyards when you realize just how small that boost really is. And again, these vineyards are for sale. You look at them, it's going to cost 8 platinum keys for one of these, so you really don't have to compete in the event to get these, which means that kind of ruins the aspect of limited time. The whole point of why you have these is that only people that compete in the event get these items, but you can buy them without competing in the event, but they're going to cost platinum keys, and, well, that's kind of ridiculous because platinum keys are valuable, and to waste platinum keys, on these vineyards, which by the way are very small. They don't tell you this, but look at it. This is the large one. It is very small. It's not these big bushes as the picture of the vineyards might deceive you into thinking. It's actually very, very tiny. That's the large one. Look at the small ones. These vineyards are barely even seeable. So I just don't understand why they would make specialization that small, that it's really not going to give too much of an aesthetic appeal. We already know it doesn't give a good population boost, but it really just doesn't give that aesthetic appeal that I'm looking for in new specializations. And by the way, on the topic of this new event, they have actually given us better ways to get event points in a lot of cases. As you can see now, there's this new farm deliveries, the ship. And this is actually a good idea because SimCity Build It has tried to use different ways to try to make the game easier, try to make these events easier. And in a lot of cases, I didn't even think of this, honestly. They go and say, okay, why don't we use the cargo shipments? It's a genius idea. I am all for it. You will have to, bring some, in this case, I got to bring some of these items, and then you'll get 40 event points, which is a lot. So these events are far much easier, far less time consuming, because we can just produce these items. We can go AFK. We can, not play the game, come back, collect the items, and then get easily 40 points. And of course, you can still get points from mayor's paths. You can still get points from building residences. So there's a lot of ways now to get points. And while I'm on the topic of points and all that, and I'm going to get to the full farm mayor's pass event on Monday, so I really hope you tune in for that. And I'm going to give my reaction to the full thing, but really, I want to go to the farm shop, and I know these are late reactions. I know you guys have been familiar with this. And we know that this is open for 57 days. This was really a big addition to the game, essentially. They haven't done limited time shops in, well, a pretty long time, and now they give us these new items, and these new items, they include, you got farmer's hay fork, box of grapes, wool shirt, picnic basket, apple jam. They are really going heavy on this farm theme, and that's really what my topic of my next video is going to be on Monday. So I really appreciate if you tune in. Again, I depend upon your support. So even just a follow on Twitter or a subscribe, if you subscribe on YouTube, it's greatly appreciated. I thank you so much. I'm a SimCity Build It fan just like you, and I'm going to cover this game again. And I know I've been away for a month and all, but I'm ready to cover this game, and I hope that my audience was waiting. I hope that my audience is watching this now and enjoying it. And if you have any tips, if you have anything you want to talk about in the game, anything you want, videos, ideas, feel free to comment. And I appreciate all your support, and I thank you. And remember, Monday, I'm going to be giving my reaction to the Farm Shop Mayor's Pass and talking about old farm life in SimCity Build It, because SimCity Build It has had a revolution. I'm really going to delve into that more on Monday about how SimCity Build It has become Sim Farm Build It in a lot of ways.